just kind of sending me small notifications here, like a new subscriber, new comment, and then in the back of my mind when I see them, I'm like, oh sugar, like I need to make more videos. Hey guys, Nurse Nyamuch here. Welcome back to another video. Wow, it's been so long, hasn't it? Like forever. It's been like a month or maybe two that I haven't posted on here. I've kind of gone ghost, but you guys have been doing so well, and you guys have been like helping me out and like just kind of sending me small notifications here, like a new subscriber, new comment, and then in the back of my mind when I see them, I'm like, oh sugar, like I need to make more videos. I need to, come back and connect with everybody. So I'm back. How have you guys been? I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, so sorry I've been gone for a while. I've just kind of been trying to organize myself, which is, I'm sure you hear this a lot from everybody, but I've just been trying to organize myself. I keep things in my head here, and then I need to write them down on a piece of paper. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to also juggle 2 new channels, like just starting up from fresh. So that's also hard. So I think Nurse Nyamuch channel has gotten the back end of it and has gotten neglected a bit just because I put a little bit more energy on the other one. But anyways, that's beside the point. I'm back. I'm going to put in lots of energy. I've even went out and bought a calendar, or actually I had this calendar already, but I put down each week what I want to, like when I want to post and how I'm going to, achieve these goals. So my new posting schedule on Nurse Nyamuch is going to be on Thursdays. So I'm going to try and pump out videos, new videos each week for you guys on the Thursdays. I've even gotten them all lined up and see what videos we're going to post for the next month here on here for you guys. So that's me trying to make a promise that I'm going to be back and I'm going to bring some content to you guys. But how have you guys been? Have you guys been good? I know times are crazy right now, so I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe, getting vaccinated, or whatever it is that you need to do. So yeah, I hope you all are well. We've gotten a lot new subscribers, so thank you to all the subscribers. I think that's also like what kept pushing me too, because I feel like I was at like 8 subscribers or something when I first started, because it was just something I was trying to do on the side. And then next thing you know, I get a notification, oh, you're at 20 subscribers, you're at 30 subscribers, and I'm like, okay, I really need to come back and like do something, because I'm doing something that people are liking and people are commenting on the videos and stuff like that, wanting more information. So I was like, okay, well, I'm doing something that's helping people. So I'm gonna come back and help you guys out some more and bring more content to you. All right, guys. My mind again was everywhere, so I'm going to try and sort it out. So in this video, I'm going to answer a lot of you guys' questions that you had in all of the comments in the videos that I posted. So there's quite a few comments on there, so I'm just going to answer those questions to try and help you out, because I know I didn't answer them. I just kind of like liked them or hearted them or whatever it was, just to show you that I read them. But I will just answer these questions in this video. I think a lot of you guys still had questions on if the process would still be the same for you, being in a certain place, being in different parts. There's lots of you guys from different parts of the world, which is really cool to see that I get to connect with you guys. And you still have questions on those, whether it's going to be the same process. It will be, majority of it will be the exact same process with slightly differences. And so essentially, if you've done, from what I understand is, if you've done your degree in English, or like in English, then hold on, let me back up a little bit. So yes, the process is going to be slightly the same. It's going to be the same with just some minor differences and minor changes. For me, I didn't have to go through, there were some things that I didn't have to go through that I skipped, or that I just didn't need to go through, just because of the nature of where I was from. So I was from Canada, and that's where I did my degree. So essentially, the process of, the nursing process, I think if you see from my very first video that I posted, or the second video, I kind of went through the steps like briefly. And essentially, when you're coming into the UK, the first thing that you would have to do, even before you get into contact with NMC, I think, maybe while you're in contact with NMC, but the very first thing you have to do is pass an English test. For those of you guys who did their education in who have done their education elsewhere where it wasn't done in English. So for me, I did my education in Canada, so I didn't have to do this English test because my whole degree was in English and everything that I did was in English. So I think they just didn't, it wouldn't make sense for me to do an English test. However, for other people who have done their nursing degree and their nursing qualifications in a different language or elsewhere in different parts of the world, NMC or the UK might require you to do the English test. Now there's two different types of English tests, and I know I never really went through these ones on this channel. I never really went in depth in them just because it didn't really qualify. It didn't make sense to me at that moment in time. However, I'm more than happy to go through it with you guys more in depth and let you know what more information if that's what you need. So just let me know in the comments in this video if that's what you want. So from what I've pulled up from the English test and from what I've read and from what I've heard from colleagues and other people is that there's two different English tests that you can do. I think you get to choose which one you want. So there's one called the OET, and that's the Occupational English Test. And then the other one is the, I don't know how to say it. I think there's a way to say it, but anyways, it's the IELTS. And that one is the International English Language Test. So these two tests, they vary quite, they're quite different, and this is just from what I've heard, and the prices is also very different in these. I can't tell you which one's more expensive because I don't know at the moment, but I know that the price is quite different. And I know that some people found, say, the IELT one a little bit more harder, and some people found the OET a little bit more harder, so it just depends. But what I've heard is that the OET is a little bit easier for healthcare professionals because that one is built for healthcare professionals to take. So it'll have things that you would know as a healthcare professional. So it's a little bit easier in that sense, where I think the other one is just kind of like a general English test. So that's all I know for those tests. If you want, I'll try and find more information, but you have to just let me know in the comments. The next thing, so essentially, the first steps is you would have to go through this English test. And then the rest of it should be fairly the same as the process that I've gone through, where you're going to have to go through the CBT, and then you'd have to write the OSCE. Just like that. So what I understand is, if you've done your education anywhere outside of the UK or outside of the EU or EAU, I think they refer to as, you would have to do these following steps. So you would have to go through CBT, OSCE, and EOT, or just some kind of English test. So you do English test, CBT, and OSCE. So that's if you've done your education outside of the UK and outside of the EAU. Okay, so that's where Canada fits in, the United States fits in, parts of Africa, anywhere in Africa fits in, India fits in, Philippines. All of us who are not a part of the UK or not a part of the European Union, we all have to do these things. If you are a part of the EAU, so if you're coming in from anywhere in Europe, my understanding is also that you don't have to do OSCE, you don't have to do CBT. All you have to do is the English test. And then your license transfers over. I'm sure there's a little bit more details behind that, but I don't know in that sense just because I never went through that step. But from colleagues of mine, say, who came from Portugal or who came from elsewhere in Europe, they didn't have to do the OSCE, they didn't have to do the CBT, and then they did the English test. So that's where it's different. I hope that helps those of you who have asked that question. I had a question here about materials in regards to midwifery. In regards to midwives, I don't have any materials at this moment in time. However, if I do come across any, and on my Instagram, if I see anybody who's a midwife and they do have some kind of information on some kind of things, I might send you their links, or I might share their links with you. And they might have more information on that in regards to the midwifery part, just because I'm not too sure on that end. So sorry on that question. Okay, next questions. Let's see. I know I had a question on my AP video where I was becoming an AP, or my job role as an associate practitioner band 4. I hope the information I provide to you was useful or helpful in any way, shape, or form. And I hope you landed your interview. I'm sorry I couldn't be if it wasn't as helpful, I'm sorry. Looking at the job role and like the description, it was just two different things, and it was just an area that I wasn't familiar with, so I do apologize on that. But I hope you landed the job. So let us know in the comments if you got the job or not. Or maybe not if you don't want to, that's fine too. Yes, I had another comment on like payrolls and stuff like that. Yes, pay is different here in the UK. I'll do another video on that. That's a video that I have coming up for the different pay bands and all that stuff. So we will discuss that then. So somebody here in the comments said that they are from Nepal and they're just wondering if you can get if a Bachelor of Science degree can get them a job in the UK. Yes, it can. Again, you just have to go through the process that I told you. Because you're from Nepal, you're going to have to go through the process that I went through with that extra step of the English test. Sending love from Jamaica. Thank you. Somebody said that they loved my locks. Thanks. I took them out now, so I have a whole new hairdo. But thank you. I appreciate that. Alright, so the next video questions that we're going to go through is the nursing differences. The video that I did on nursing differences between UK and Canada. Bear in mind that one I did from a band 4's perspective. And so I will have an updated video when once I've gotten settled into the band 5 position and seen a little bit more in the band 5 role. So that one was just a very general thing where I just like walked into the hospital. Not walked in, but like just what I've seen in my time in the unit and stuff like that. I was just like, whoa, those are different. Has just qualified in the UK here, and they are wondering if they could go to Canada to pursue a higher education and get their masters. Yes. That is a thing. I believe so. I don't see why you wouldn't do it. They're also wondering here. They said, I know nursing is different in both countries. Yes, the nursing is different in both countries, but it's not major differences. It wouldn't be like drastic differences where you couldn't work or anything like that. It's the little minor details. So in Canada, if you go there, they might expect you to do certain things that maybe you weren't trained to do here in the UK or were doing in the UK. But that's not to say that they're just going to throw you into it. I'm sure they'll give you some trainings to become like up to speed on things and stuff like that. So I do know though from the stance that I'm at, I'm not sure of all the nitty gritty small steps of what you need to do to become registered in Canada. But I know the one thing you have to do for sure is the NCLEX, but I'm not sure what steps you have to go through before that to get the NCLEX, but the NCLEX is the big thing if you want to work as a nurse in Canada. In regards to the master's program, I don't see why you couldn't go ahead and start applying for graduate schools and stuff like that. In Canada, it's actually very, very common for a lot of people to go in and do grad school. And especially as nurses and stuff like that, to go and become NPs or to become, so NPs as in like nurse practitioners, or to become, you know, to get their masters and stuff like that. So that'd be interesting. I hope you pursue that, and if that's something that you're really into, you could always contact me on Instagram. I'll leave my details down in the description. He said training in the UK is behind compared to training in Canada and America. In America, an American nurse trained is definitely more qualified and advanced in the UK then. Yes, I think in my personal view, my personal perspective is that training here is a little bit behind and delayed. And that's just my view, and I'm sure other people have different views on that, but I think here, I was watching a video today on like just again nursing differences, and I think they said it very well, whereas here it's very policy based, and it's very in the UK it's very like much doctor led kind of environment where the doctors are expected to do a lot more, or the, you know, the junior doctors and all that stuff, they're expected to do a lot more than, you know, and they have a lot more responsibilities in that sense. But in Canada, can't really speak on US because I don't know, but I'm sure, I really do feel like we train the exact same, and it's, yeah, it's the same. But in Canada, I know for sure, I think nurses have that little bit more of independency. Every time I have to do a whole new training on something that should have been taught in school, or that I've been taught in school and all that stuff. Obviously it makes sense. I have to do it. It's, you know, there's no point in me having that mindset of, well, in Canada I used to do this, this, this. But it's just, sometimes it can be, you know, mind-boggling that I have to go through these trainings again and again and again, which is fair enough. And the other thing is, here in the UK, although people have to go through these trainings, I find that these trainings are very hard to get onto, and to very, like, it'd be one thing if the trainings were readily available, and if you wanted to do it, you could just go ahead and do it. However, these trainings are not readily available, and they're very difficult to get onto. Like, we're talking months. We're talking, you know, months in advance to try and get onto and stuff like that. So I think that's where there's such a big backlog and there's such a big delay. Like, on my ward, it's a very crazy busy ward, and I say IV antibiotics, or just IV, anything IV. That's something that is such a headache, because sometimes we'll only have one of 5 nurses who's able to do IVs. And it's just like, it's such a delay where that one nurse now, even though, although they have patients, they're also running around trying to, you know, administer everybody else's IV drugs and IV whatever it is that needs to be hung. So it's just, it pushes everything back. Whereas, you know, everybody was able to do their own IVs, there wouldn't be that chaos of, oh, I have IV meds that were due at 2, now they're given at 4, or like 3, or whatever it is. So I do feel that Canada is a little bit more advanced in that, but that's not to say, you know, Canada's the best for nursing or whatever it is, and that's not, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I think, in my personal belief, these skills and being able to do these and having that freedom and, you know, ability to do those would make things a lot easier for nurses in the UK. Somebody said, so you're overtrained in the UK. I don't know. But yeah, so anyways, those are all your comments, I believe. I'm sorry if I missed any. I know a lot of you guys were saying you're sending love, which I really appreciate, and I really find it cool that I'm able to connect with you guys from all over the place, and you know, from Jamaica, from Nepal, from wherever, and it's so cool. So thank you guys for all your support. I hope you guys like this video where I'm just kind of talking to you guys. Leave a comment down below. I think every once in a while I will just go through these comments and just kind of like chat with you guys. I find it a lot easier to gob off and just talk. That's my new British term, guys. Gob off. That's my new British thing. So I find it easy to just kind of talk it out. And yeah, so if you have any more questions, let me know. Leave it in the comments. You can find me on Instagram. Again, like, I'm going to work on becoming more up to date with everything else. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to watch the next ones. We'll see you guys later. Bye.